And there are some jokes on Weekend Update that the censors do not let us tell on NBC. Would you guys like to hear some of those jokes now? The legal term for what you guys just gave me is consent. Paris Hilton is saying she was punched in the mouth by former Miss USA Shanna Moakler. Paris says she's fine, but the dude's wiener is pretty badly injured. Feel bad for the people in these fancy opera seats to hear these awful jokes. All right. Here, here. Is that, did you say here, here? Somebody sits in opera seats and they get very fancy. Here, here, and tally ho, good sir. Keep the jocularity coming. First person in Texas ever to say here, here. Children to travel with her on official business. In fairness to Palin, when she leaves them home alone, they get pregnant. Paul Barnes, the pastor of a Denver church, resigned after confessing to having sex with men, saying he had often begged God to end his homosexual urges. Unfortunately, God just kept introducing him to hotter and hotter dudes. A man in Washington State has been charged with animal cruelty after he was caught having sex with the family dog. Even stranger, it was makeup sex. I'm going to point something out real quick. No one here groaned when I said he was caught having sex with the family dog. Alright, last one, best one. A lesbian couple was kicked out of a Grandview, Missouri IHOP after a customer complained about their kissing, said the couple were upset, but it's not going to stop us from eating out. We are a fucking nation of bitches. There are 300 million of us. We're split right down the middle. We can't agree on a fucking thing. It's like basically saying, like, if the president's like, hey, do you guys want to go get pizza? And 150 million of us are like, yeah, we want pizza. And 150 million of us are like, we want Chuck E. Cheese. And the president's like, what about Domino's? And we're all like, no! Being president is like just driving for 8 years going, get the fucking shut up! Shut up! I'm gonna crash into fucking China! He never seems to quite know what's going on. Every now and then you read that he makes a surprise visit to the troops in Afghanistan. And the way I picture him making a surprise visit to the troops is like kicking in the door like Kramer on Seinfeld. Like, hey! Afghanistan for like centuries, being like, we're gonna be the ones who win in Afghanistan. Like, just to give you a sense of, like, first of all, like, you'll hear the Secretary of Defense say, like, he believes there are, like, less than 25 Al-Qaeda members in Afghanistan. If there are, like, less than 25 members, maybe we don't need the whole army. Like, maybe we could just send, like, the Duggar family. Maybe they could clear up the last 25. What I do is follow my simple instructions. I mean, this guy probably already been the coolest guy on a bunch of airplanes. Here, here, dude. But for everybody else who's not as cool as here. So, here's what you do. Let's say you're flying into Austin, and it's all about timing, so you're on a plane, and the captain says we're beginning our descent, and you get ready, because here's what you do. The second, and I mean the second, the wheels touch the tarmac, as loud as you can say for the whole plane to hear, you yell, "Welcome to Austin!" Seconds later, someone from the airline will get on the PA, and they'll be like, we'd like to be the first to welcome you to Austin. You go, too late!